Okay, but all I want to do is finish off the damn story. That's the only reason why I'm here. I had more fun playing Dave the Diver. But anyhow, hello everyone, welcome back to Starfield here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. God damn it, why am I doing this to myself? So anyhow, I'm trying to finish off the main storyline at least. I will definitely not be reaching level 100 with the character because the game is just boring to me. And there's just 10 times better games I can be spending time on, and I want to finish off the 100 days in a video game which I'm working on. And so yeah, I'm just trying to finish off the games which I started, and so hopefully we're gonna be able to finish off this.
He's gone.
I mean, he's literally lying there. At least cover his body.
We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure.
The hunter said he was leaving us alone. The Starborn want the artifact. We need to move them. We can't find more artifacts without the Eye, though, right?
Years in the making to modify the station. Take time to fix the damage, but more is the worse if we abandon her and try to start over.
Okay, let's go with the other option.
Got the right of it.
Hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
We can keep them on my ship. Can build an outpost for it. Oh, hell no, I'm not doing the outposts. Will it?
Clear from the few encounters we've had that the artifacts are all the Starborn prize.
They could come after us, though. Try to find out where we put them.
Need to take the risk. The Eye, the equipment in the lodge, not easily moved. Gotta hope whatever is giving the Hunter pause applies to the whole. Just need to make another direct hit less the jackpot.
I'm still not over the fact that they give the most Slavic name to the black guy, but let's
Fine
keep them
idea.
on my ship.
Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
You can now build armillary on your ship at your outpost. To build armillary on your ship, go to new armillary screen inside your ship's cockpit. Blah blah blah. Okay. Not exactly sure if this... Hey, can you let me board this? Wait, so like everyone is now on board of my ship? I did not approve this. This is not the ship which you guys originally gave me. Build. Armor Starborn attacks are more likely whenever armor blah, blah, blah. Choose to keep the artifacts in your inventory, then attacks are more likely anywhere. I have honestly like zero idea what even is the gear that I have equipped anymore. The only redeeming feature of this game is the goddamn ship builder. But even for that, you need to have points invested in the tech tree. So if you don't have the ship engineering or whichever is the starship design all the way to the highest point, you won't be able to get the C-class type of vessel parts. And so I'm not really sure what the hell is then gonna be like the possibility for me. High price to pay. I found a new home for the artifacts. I should head back to the lodge. So all I have to do is literally land back. Why is it not giving me the options to go to the lodge itself? Ah, yes, the loading screen simulator in space. Wait, this is how the town looked after those mutants attacked, not after the hunters attacked.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
It's just gonna be weird, but okay.
If you were a victim of the
I honestly don't even know what type of DLC would they be ever able to release in order for players to be like, yeah, I'm gonna return to Starfield. I definitely don't see Starfield also being able to re-release like Skyrim was. That game, despite all of its flaws, had at least the world that was interactive, and that's why people were able to spend hundreds of hours in Skyrim and in Fallout 4. Here, it's not possible because the worlds are just empty. Spend most of the time flying from planet A to planet B, or moon A to planet B, or the other way around. And it's just not that engaging because you're just doing nothing but the loading screens. Even if you go and pick up those power-ups, the thing is that
monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of
you don't really
continued
have to
trauma.
fight for the power-up. And like if you play Skyrim, if you want to get a dragon shout, you go through a dungeon, and in that dungeon there can be just about anything, right? And so eventually you get that dragon shout, and you can potentially even miss it as a reward for like struggling through because you're doing the stealth archer or like a melee character or a wizard, and you just don't have that one thing which you're missing to get through the enemies. So there's that challenge that keeps people pushing through, but
Everyone
here it's
seems
just
more
absent.
distant in the lodge.
You fly around this weird circle, then you pick up the power-up, then you are kicked out of the temple, and then you're attacked by one unit or two units, and or maybe ship in the orbit, and like that's the whole thing. So it's just...
If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
He said our part in glimpsing the unity was over.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Okay.
I don't mind taking a detour to gather data. Only thing we'd lose is time, really.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
We can pay to fix the
Oh yeah, leveling up in this game also sucks. I'm not a huge fan. I don't have 5 unique modules, so I'll have to wait for my point to be invested. So I'll just get to that location, save myself some time, hopefully. Let's just make it to that location. At least the person is like conveniently outside.
War memorial.
I'm gonna save in case there's gonna be some speech check.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We need to talk about Unity.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity...
That's not exactly
Crap,
what we
I
mean.
accidentally clicked the mouse.
Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Is this gonna be another Church of Unitology? How the hell did he get there?
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
His mom. It started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning.
I
There's
really
an
don't
old
want to join the
story,
church.
far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this Unity Pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Sure, knock yourself out. I'll have to go and find the zealot. Now the question is if she's... So we have 2 locations to go to. I'll go to the zealot first. Save before in case there's some speech check, because the speech and the lockpicking in this game are not my favorite things. Wasn't this place just destroyed moments ago? How the hell did they fix it again? Or is this like a different port?
Right?
It's a little bit confusing.
Okay. Hand me.
Yeah, I can just really enter whatever place I want to because, I don't know.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
Okay. Hey. How do I talk with you?
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
How do you talk to Keeper Aquilus about Vorum Faith?
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Okay.
You don't need to tell us.
Pilgrim?
We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
I don't get it. I need to know the meaning of the word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Got a moment? Let's catch up. Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sam too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over. And you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of him, I would feel at peace knowing that he made it. I know, but I can't help it. I don't know if you're ready to talk, or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you.
It was random shit. I don't really remember.
I don't know that I mean to say that, actually. But if it makes you feel better, then consider it said.
I'm just relieved that we didn't lose more people.
Could have been so much worse. We are all Constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now. Still doesn't make it easier for anybody, even you. But you did what you had to do. We all know that. Sam was my buddy. He was practical and goofy and a genuinely decent man. He would never want you to feel like this rotten situation was your fault. I promise you that. Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
Okay, now where the hell do we go? I'm not really being pointed towards the ship. I have no clue what's over there, but let's go interact with said person or station or whatever. You know, in the greater scheme of things, I think writing a good sci-fi story can be really problematic.
Well, they don't need it now.
One thing which I really loved to watch when it came to sci-fi was the Orville from Seth MacFarlane. The problem was that in 6 years they've made only those 3 seasons, and it's most likely we will never get another season again. But the thing why people used to love old Star Trek was that usually whenever you watched an episode, there was some sort of a moral dilemma which the crew had to deal with. Do you sacrifice a crew member? How would you handle this? You yourself watch these choices. You think about them. You would probably think to yourself how you would handle said situation. And maybe you would handle it differently and it would have a terrible outcome or a better outcome. But in that situation, stress and having someone's life on the line, it's really tricky. Not all episodes were amazing, but what I loved about the Orville was at least the fact that even if they introduced these sort of smaller stories, they somehow wanted to return back to them somehow and made like more modern topics the overall theme of the story, like how social media can affect things. What about the suicide? How would that affect other people? Things like that. So that was absolutely amazing to me, and I really loved that TV show. But when it comes to the storytelling in video games, it's all over the place. Look, I'm telling you that I've enjoyed Dave the Diver, and the basic concept is absolutely idiotic. You get a call from some guy, and he's setting up a sushi shop, and you start going fishing. But because you keep diving, and the new mechanics are being introduced every time you go diving, and every time you return to the restaurant, you have different duties to fulfill, different menus, different choices, different everything. The variations just make it that much more enriching and just more enjoyable. So that's why I was able to pump out 26 or so episodes of just that game, and I enjoyed every last bit of it. Compared to Starfield, where I have no clue which episode this is, And when the game initially was released, I played it, but when I started messing with, like, trying to set up the outpost, trying to find just one goddamn location where I would find anything, trying to find a planet that would have a different variation of at least few things, or a different map or something, no. And considering the fact that you have to walk on the surface, you usually get the same buildings, the same pirates. Whenever a ship lands on the same planet where you are, it's usually pirates or something. So I don't know, it's just repetitive as hell. There's not that much depth to it, and it feels like it's if you take a tea bag and you would pour hot water over it 6 times, it's just diluted as hell. And that's where Starfield sits for me right now. It's not where it can be. It's just like the hollow shell of potential, and it just needs to reach that full potential. But considering the fact that if they would ask a bunch of DLCs and stuff for you to pay more for this game to get that, I just don't see it happening for me.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
The Unity Pilgrim in particular.
What the hell is
if
this?
that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Okay. It would be honestly probably easier for me to just jump out and then run to this knucklehead from the Church of Unitology. Or whatever this religion is.
Let's see. Looks like you're logged as some
Just hope I won't have to sit down and wait for the daytime.
Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Second and 2?
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum is name of star system. Next planet I'm finding, I'm naming Dum Dum.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds a belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it? So you intend to find the truth, and then have that truth confirmed by your peers. Unity is a reality born of observation and agreement?
We intend to gather data that can be used to create models that help us predict the outcomes of processes in our universe. If you're saying the unity is beyond that, well, it sounds to me like we just need more data.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
So we just like Indiana Jones the solution? You're joking, right? I have a bounty? I don't even know why I have a bounty. Indum.
Hey.
Okay, and the second planet. Okay, in Doom 2. All of a sudden we have a new location. Looks like some sort of settlement. There's just randomly generated crap on the planet, hard for me to tell. I'm literally sitting on a deposit of uranium. I don't know why in the hell do I have a companion. The problem is I kind of went for this lone wolf build, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna affect my performance. How do I scan stuff? Honestly, this looks like desert-ish location. But I swear I've seen these creatures elsewhere. I think these ones can actually be even domesticated. I'm not really sure right now. These little shits, I think I've seen them somewhere. Or like a variation of them. Oh, come on, stop playing with the animals and just leave. I think that's our location where I need to go. I'm seriously not helping your dumbass. Okay, what the hell is that? That is one ugly-ass looking creature. The cool thing is, at least, that they have like different variations of coloring, so you would assume that maybe one is male, one is female. Leave, dumbass. You really have to keep playing with all the animals? Can't you just like stop screwing around? Oh man. Where's this place that I'm supposed to go to? Pilgrim. Oh my god. Why would you land so freaking far away from the damn place? I swear to god, this location I have seen at least 3 times on different planets. And I just absolutely don't see the point of me going inside or outside of it. I don't know if that's like a pirate or something, but I'm just not gonna screw around with these knuckleheads. I'm just waiting for him to kind of catch up. Oh, okay, actually decent gravity, so not even able to jump that much. I did invest a little bit into that backpack upgrade, but nothing amazing. And every time something lands, it's just a bunch of pirates or some weird zealots or something. I feel like they have landed somewhere around the area where we are headed. Just looking for any potential movement. Could this be it? This looks like someone did a botanical research in here. Just like a high concentration of plant-based material, even some actual surface water on a deposit of uranium. Not really sure how that would be beneficial, but sure. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants, I need workers, I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine, or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try gently as I might to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups to followings. The trouble is that genuinely care for those people would be much easier if I didn't. Okay. There's gonna be something inside of this thing. Writing number 3 today is a soft voice. My assistant asked me if there were anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly and I answered as best I could, but if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempt to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with unity in my own way. They followed, of course, they followed. At least a bit of peace, a piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have you driven me mad at least? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own and that even only it exists, it's sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me one more. This time I act alone for now. Myself in a formidable opponent, I should have expected as much, but vanity is thankfully not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is in my case time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Okay. I honestly don't even want to pick up these resources just because I don't want to get overcumbered. There's like a lot of stuff I can pick up in here. Craftable materials. Medpack I will take. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instinct, the evil spirit, drawn me towards a form of concept for them, but I remember that I'm privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once more ward them myself after all. I hope for their sake that they may be some understand what? Sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. Okay. I don't know what this guy is smoking, but I want a piece of that. Anything here? Why would you put food next to toilet? That is just so messed up. I find myself thinking about this various paths in my position futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, the road does not seem gratifying. Every step is one of the intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in the future. Then for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embrace the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me whenever I tried to work. It simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died. The road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference though. When I stopped thinking about the glories I would achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what the difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Okay. What are you talking about? Return when you know the right question. Did I open return when you know the right question? Where's the food? What is the unity? In return your question with a question, if you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. I'm not sure why I clicked twice, but okay. I'm not reading through this shit again. Well, it's unity. People are necessary but are madness. Formidable opponent. Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? Enduring, becoming better, stronger. Nice cool drink. I came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there's one final piece to myself in the next room. I find my own answer as long time, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I'm comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world in this time, the more I think is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I don't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. It can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind what other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let him live in enlightenment. The blessed universe before me. We have found the end of our journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. So I need to go to some Hyla 2. I'll take the credits and the adhesive. Apparently I need it for something. But seriously, you're disgusting. Even if you're a pilgrim or not. Anything on top? How the hell did you just warp here? That's not fair. You can't just do that. Hyla 2? Where the hell is that? Let's jump to this sector. And I don't know if I even remember the... Yeah, I think I remember. I built the ship so that it would really pump out the damage like crazy. How many of these knuckleheads are here anyhow? Or is it just the same knucklehead over and over again? I probably can make the jump to the other system now. Guessing the attack was because I have on board of the ship those artifacts. Question is if I can actually make the landing despite the fact that these knuckleheads are... Yeah, I have to battle them. Great. Are there two ships? I think there's two ships. That's not cool. Where is this knucklehead? Hey! God damn it. The one thing which I don't remember is how the hell to utilize the repair kit. I don't want to die here and have to repair this fucking hell. This has some sort of really idiotic repair function, which is just so impractical that you will just forget it every damn time. get at least one of you knuckleheads in my sights. It's the zero? Wait, what do you mean I cannot repair? I'm literally pressing the zeros. God damn it, am I like completely out of ship repair parts? Is that it? Hold on. Am I really out of ship repair parts? That's gonna be a pain in the ass then. Without those, I don't stand a chance versus 3 ships. Can I exit the planet this even while in combat? I should be able to. I mean, like, give me a freaking break. I need to get the ship repair parts, so I need some sort of system with a functional merchant.
I miss my dear darling and you Atlantis, as I wander the blackness of the deep.
I don't really care about whatever is going on in here. Problem is I don't remember where is some sort of system with a merchant. There is where we have a settlement. I honestly don't give a rat's ass. I'll go to Alpha Centauri and land on Jameson if it will be allowed. I just need to land, pick up the ship repair parts. If I'll have those, I'm okay. The merchant should be able to have it. If I'll have to travel to some other goddamn location to pick them up,
I have something for you.
I'll get a little pissed off.
Sergeant Yubi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
I don't care. I need the repair parts. The problem is, where's the goddamn commercial district or wherever I can pick up ship parts? I know that that building has some components or trading which can be done.
You might want this.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action...
Yeah, I don't care.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Oh, well, certainly.
Ship parts. Ship parts. Ship parts. Buy all. Sell. I don't really have that many things which I can sell you. But I'll sell you whatever I don't need. I don't know, I kind of like those outfits, so that's why I'm keeping them, even though their stats are shit.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
So we have at least 5. The problem is with the ship parts is that you cannot have them on your character, you need to transfer them into the ship's cargo. It's like the most idiotic thing about it, but it is what it is. So if I'll drop off the ship parts, Spaceport has 2 potential trade hubs where I will be able to pick up the ship parts. So one should be in the mercantile. Another one should be at the hub by the ship itself.
Please, take a look.
Okay, and I cannot honestly ship inventory. I might have at least something that I want to sell. I honestly don't even know why I hold on to some of these things, but whatever. We don't need the cheese.
Appreciate the business.
Okay, so if I make it to the ship now, I should be able to transfer those ship parts. If I'll be able to do that, I should be able to handle that battle and make it to the Scorpion Stinger, whatever the hell that means.
Hey, what can I do for you?
You can, like, fudge off so I can trade with this damn thing. Okay, here it's the cheapest. God damn it. Why the hell did I not come here in the first place? I don't know. Inventory. I am on board of the ship already. That should count. Okay, making it really annoying.
You might want this.
But, okay. Where is the goddamn... I swear to God I just bought this shit, right? Okay, it's here. So... I'll see what's up. I'll save just before, and hell no, I'm not sitting in that damn chair and doing all sorts of nonsensical stuff. No point. We're just gonna make that jump back to this. Too far still. Oh crap, I have all the... Put all the energy out of the missiles, so that's why I wasn't able to... Oh my god, the controls are just so freaking... Ugh. Holy shit. You are one ugly ass thing. Fudge off. I feel like I should switch to the energy weapons.
Those are Starborn ruins. You see that, right? We have to get a close-up of that statue. Wow.
Yeah, but honestly, first I want to like swap out the weapon to something more energy based. This thing, I'm just more equipped or more proficient with the energy guns. I'm not even sure if these things are dead or not. Freaking cockroaches from Men in Black. There were just way too many of them, so... You need to scan more of them. How do I enter the photo mod again? Dude, you really have to stand in such a dumbass spot, ruin my whatever photo. What if I would... was hoping I can like get up higher. Do I have to invest a point into the jetpack nonsense in order to be better? Boost 10 times while in combat. Oh, God. That's so stupid, but okay. This is the weirdest photo album cover ever. It's like the South Park Fate Plus One. One guy has to look somewhere, the other guy is looking elsewhere. It's just the funniest thing. Okay, let's see what this thing is. Okay, I'm not sure if it ain't doing shit. Do I have to do the dragon shout thingy at it? I'm not able to do anything here.
Everybody got that?
I'm really not sure what the hell to do here. Why is it not working? It's not letting me do anything. Oh, okay. Like, what exactly am I supposed to point this weird beam on? Probably not supposed to be in here. Oh crap, do I have to like... follow out the entire outline. I thought I would have to follow the whole damn thing with this weird beam, but it seems like I have to travel to some weird planet again. And again. Wait, hold on. Is this the planet? No. Where in the hell am I supposed to go in here? It's pointing me to the gas giant, so...
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
Okay.
You did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
Okay.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
One Piece?
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
Okay, Skirt, let's go.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
But that is one ugly ass ship. I like mine better. Can't help it. Just looking for those thumbnails opportunities. You never know.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the Emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Okay, then right it is.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The Emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
I don't know, you actually killed people?
To warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
Doesn't justify murder?
And who gets to say that? You? Me? The Emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms.
Yeah, that's true.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier.
The hell? Is this some kind of cruel trick?
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
Starborn, Dragonborn, everything born.
They are all connected.
I'm so confused. This multiverse stuff is kind of getting out of hand. Avengers, this, that, everything uses this.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
I am so confused.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
So I help one of you, we combine our artifacts, enter the Unity. I'm not helping someone murder my friend. Whatever is going on between you two, I want no part of it.
Bingo.
I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
I'm sure you have more questions. I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend. It is not an easy experience to describe. But the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us? Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again. As yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Okay. So now I have to travel again? So I just have to leave the ship now? The gateway to parallel universe, I should ask the other questions. What are the questions? I don't see other questions.
The emissary and...
I'll tell you everything I can. Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. That is all I ask. I hope you see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Okay. So I guess I'll cut off the episode over here. And on the next one, we'll go to Old Earth's moon and talk to everyone in Constellation. I just want to finish off the main story. That's honestly all I want to do. So if you want to know when that's gonna happen, you know what to do. And I guess I'll see you in the comments or at the next one. Thank you all for watching, and bye-bye for now. Of course I can fast travel from that location.